Okay, just making sure we're live. Oh, gotta kill that. Okay, we are live. So let me go back to the cover page here. So today is June 27th, 2018, and this is an evening update. And my name is Aaron with Crypto Trends. And this is not financial advice, just my opinion. So what am I saying here on an evening update? First of all, that I am bullish, that there was an energy shift today. And did you feel it? Did you feel an energy shift today around noontime Pacific Standard Time? Perhaps you did, maybe you didn't. Doesn't matter either way, but I felt it. And I thought it was quite interesting, so I'm sharing that with you. And I've been away for a little bit doing summer stuff, you know, and also doing a wonderful kitchen remodel. I'm scraping paint off of all the cabinets, and I finally got it to the place where we can, well, let's say, prepare meals. So I've been struggling on that for some time. If anyone has any input on the best way to remove paint from cabinets, hey, put a comment below. I'll definitely check it out. I'm all ears there. But anyway, why do I think that Bitcoin and the market as a whole is really shifting energy? Let's put it this way. Well, first of all, here's the chart for BTC, okay? And this is on the logarithmic scale on, let's see, the 3 hour. So let me pop out here to the 1 day. And let me put that on the auto scale. So here we are, right? Pretty much suck and win. Having this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern here. A lot of people are calling for Bitcoin to go down to 5,000 or below. If it does, that would be terrible. But what I'm looking at, the lowest point it would go, if it goes there, is this long-term trend line from way back here. Let me get rid of this thing. Is this long-term trend line here that hits all these points and is extended way out. And this is about a 25% long-term growth. That's what I think they have in mind, in store for Bitcoin to keep it tame. Remember that the futures, they want to tame the Bitcoin market. Looks like they have so far, but in the future we'll see. Anyway, so here's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5 down pattern. Everybody's looking at the market sentiment is just woeful. People are thinking that, oh, it's going to go down. It is going to go down, you know, run, the sky's falling, it's going to 1,000 and this and that. But there's a lot of things that I think, in my opinion, are pointing to the contrary. First, just looking at the chart for the chart guys, and keep in mind, I'm not a TA person per se. I'm a remote viewer and I go off of energy and so on and so forth. I use charts to put down where I think the market is going, because to me it's the best way to show people where I think it's going. Because if I say, oh, there was a big wave of energy and you know how does one actually put that down? Okay, well, you draw an arrow on the screen here. Okay, that's a wave of energy. So here it is. We're all pretty much familiar with charts. Let me scroll in here. And by the way, this is on TradingView, so check out TradingView. And I'm using the little magnifying glass here. That brings it in nice. Also notice that the colors that I did on the chart are different. We're not seeing the reds and the greens. And this is because, well, I like my arrows, my predictions to pop out at me. Another reason is why I changed over to this format is that I determined that it was affecting how I was looking at the actual trends. It was affecting me. So what I did is I took the colors off, so I don't see great big old reds, because psychologically, big red downs can really they can really affect you. So I highly suggest that you try making the trend lines, not the trend lines, the candles, the candlesticks, all the same color, so you don't see a big huge red down. That's that can be quite devastating to, let's put it this way, it can really influence how you think that something is going to go, and then you see all this red, which naturally is aggressive, and so you want to step back and away from it instead of like going into it and really analyzing it more. You know, it's the color that animals have, you know, to ward other animals away, is red. So charts can do the same, and it can alter your interpretive valuation of charts if you're a chart person. So anyway, I really prefer to have solid color candlesticks here. So that was a tangent for sure, but why? What is going on here with the market? What is going on with Bitcoin? Okay, and right now this is on the daily chart, logarithmic, and we've seen it go down, 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 down in this waterfall type of pattern. Anyway, if you notice this waterfall type of pattern, which is pretty much either bots or let's say somebody's dumping this on purpose to actually, you know, there's a lot of reasons that it can be, but I really think that, let's just call it bearish activity. Okay, the bears are dumping, they're selling. What we have here is up here, I like to use the little angle that shows the degrees. So like this line here, I just drew it from this point, from the start of a decline to the end of a decline, and that angle, that slope, was about 48%. And I did the same thing here and also here, and by doing that in segments, notice that we have this nice line, and it's going 48%, 31% if you can't read that, and this most recent one is 19%. And if it's completely flat, it's zero, right? Zero slope. And these are negative slopes. If it was positive, it would be going up, you know, like this green line here, which I think is going to be soon. And notice I have a green line here. Do I think it's going to be right there? No. But what I'm looking at, and keep in mind, this is just basically information that I'm getting that resonates with me. Okay, call it a guess. This is not financial advice by any means. Let me kill this here. But let's see what's going on. So we have this slope that's going down, and it's decreasing. And so it's leveling off, and when it levels off, yeah, it could go flat and then take a great big old dump to where everybody thinks, or a vast majority of people think, it's going to just dump down to the 5,000. Now, this afternoon, and it's on June 27th, Pacific Standard Time, about, I'd say around 11:30, 12. I physically felt, I mean, this is going to be hard for you guys to actually believe or whatever, but I actually pick up on things physically sometimes, and today I felt an energy shift to where all of a sudden it was like a pressure being relieved, you know, a weight being taken off from my shoulders, and it was like, that's the best way I can explain it. It was a change in energy, and this had to do with the whole Bitcoin market. Things are changing, so I think that the market is going to well, it's leveling out right here, and we might see it kind of go, you know, sideways and consolidate just a little bit, but then I think it's going to start moving up. And so I am actually turning bearish from the midterm. And long term, I've always been, I am turning bullish from for the midterm. But long term, I have always been bullish. And that's just by this line here. It's just keeps on going up, this white line here. Let me go back to the, let me scroll out a whole bunch. Let me put it on auto. This line here, yeah, I am pretty much super bullish on Bitcoin as a whole. I mean, look at that chart, you know. I don't think we're going to drop all the way down. But let me go over here, do the little plus thing, expand that. Isn't that cool? I like that. Okay, so what I think is that in the short term, we only have a few days left until a few days left for us to continue going sideways here. And I'm expecting an uptrend right around in this level. I'm expecting a spike to go up. A spike to go up like here, spike to go up. So let's say right around in this area. So that's not too far off. And keep in mind that's about 1, 2, 3 days off. So that's about the 30th. So imagine that. That is once again Pacific Standard Time. So the 30th, I'm expecting the market to actually start moving up, and then just have it go up. I don't think it's going to spike way up huge, way up to 10,000 all of a sudden. No, I think it's going to be more of a gradual increase, somewhere between 25% increase and 30% increase, you know, whatever the slope of that line is. So let's just do a little slope here. Whoops. Click on my little thing. Click. Oh, come on. Get off of there. Get off of there. I really should get the... Okay, there it goes. So let's say between about 25. Okay, so I drew it pretty close there. Just by spotting it. So right around that angle here, that's about 29%. So that's a good increase of what I'm seeing, and this is for like a sustained run. So I'm not expecting something like we've seen back in this area here, where it's just been all manipulated, right? This is all inorganic stuff. What I'm actually seeing is an increase in organic trading, as well as a bump from the institutions that are starting to want to invigorate this market, because they have their trading desks and their new shiny services coming up that they want to sell, and they don't want that to let's put it this way, it would be difficult for them to sell services on Bitcoin or on crypto in general in a very down market, you know, where everybody is just in a bummer and depressed. So I think they're going to put their 2 cents in and kind of help this along, and that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so that's enough for that. We'll see how it goes. And can it go up? Sure. Can it go down? Sure. I mean, it can go either way. Keep in mind, this is just a remote viewing that I did on the market and an energy sensation that I felt today. So, you know, you can take it as that. I mean, my gosh, if you base your decisions on that, yeah, I have a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. So anyway, this is entertainment, guys. This is just fun. One thing that's really fun is like paying attention to your own intuition and sensations that you feel, and jot them down and see how correct you are over time. And that's a really fun way to really start to trust your own instincts and intuitions, and that whole ability to tap into that zeitgeist collective consciousness thing that's out there, you know, the quantum informational field that we really can't quite define yet, and we really can't measure. That's for sure. Can't measure it. Anyway, so what else is going on here? What's some very, very important news that has got very little coverage, and in my opinion, this is like going to be one of the most important things happening. What it is Ocean X. And Ocean X is a, let's call it like a VeChain based exchange. Right here, this is on Medium, and it's on Ocean X. Let me go ahead and copy this and leave the link in the chat. Let me go do that. Go find Mr. Chat. Where are you, Mr. Chat? I think I popped Mr. Chat out. Hey guys, hold on. I'll be taking your questions here in just a second, all right? Let me pop that little link down there for you guys to go take a look at Ocean X. Ocean X. So let's get back here. Lumberyard. No. Yeah, I do graphics. Graphics are like the bomb, man. Computer graphics. Blender.org. Great thing if you want to try messing around with the graphics. It's free and it works on Mac, Windows, and Linux. Anyway, fun stuff. And with that, you can make. That's how they make this this image here. You could do that with Blender. Okay, really cool stuff. All right, so let's get back to Ocean X, the next generation intelligent digital asset exchange based ecosystem. Now this is, in my opinion, I read this stuff, and in my opinion, this is going to be the #1 exchange in the world. Hands down. This is, right now, I love Binance, and Binance has done a fantastic job. But OceanX, I would not be surprised if they overtake Binance within a year or two. So we'll see when they actually launch. But from what the services that they offer is really going to be really super important. Because what they're doing is, one, they're going to be based, their servers, as far as I could tell, are going to be hold on, I need some coffee. Okay, much better. As far as I can tell, that the servers for the exchange are going to be based out of Cambridge, Massachusetts in the USA. And VeChain has always been very strong as far as staying within the laws and guidelines. They've been very transparent. VeChain is the only crypto out there that I am aware of. If there's others, please let me know. But that I am aware of that actually puts out its financial statements. It is on the ball. It is transparent. It tells you everything that's going on. Plus they have their mainnet coming up on the 30th. So that is 3 days away. Mainnet on the 30th. Do not forget about VeChain. But this is something that is going to be launched on the VeChain platform, and that is an entire exchange. Is there any other exchange out there? Well, you can say, okay, closest one is like perhaps Stellar. Stellar has its own built-in exchange, which is kind of cool. But it's not quite the extent of Ocean X. Anyway, so we have BitOcean. BitOcean is the one. They have like all these cool ATMs and stuff like that, and they have an agreement with VeChain. They were a partner in the past. You know, they're listed. Check out VeChain's website on their partners and stuff. Anyway, they're splitting a segment of BitOcean. Is what they're doing is they're creating this exchange, Ocean X. And it is VeChain based, which is really cool. So let's go in and read a little bit about that. And so this is Ocean X talking. We have found that we share identical visions of how this technology reaches adoption and the regulatory and enterprise level hurdles that it has to overcome to get there. Notice the regulatory. It's going to be based in the U.S. What does that tell you? Yeah, they are definitely going to have to be working with regulatory agencies. They're doing this because why else? They definitely see that as the future to get big investors on board. That's how I see it anyway. That's how I interpreted that. They're calling VeChain the leading enterprise level blockchain. I totally agree with that. They're saying, let me continue. The VeChain Thor blockchain will be the public blockchain with the most business activity in the world, in turn creating the most real world value. So they are going to actually have businesses, corporations, companies, government businesses, running on VeChain, which in turn will actually provide the value. That is what the value is. Everyone is saying, oh, what's the use case? What's the use case? VeChain Thor has a ton of use cases. And so all I can say is go do your homework on VeChain. I've done a ton of videos on them. Check those out. Check out everyone else's videos on VeChain. It is a phenomenal project. Plus, it is coming up with a on the mainnet on the 30th. That's 3 days away. And also they are having a coin split where you will get, it's going to be a 100-to-1 split. So if you have one VEN, you are going to get 100 VeChain VETs, VETs, okay? They also have another section of that, of the VET, called the Thor, which is kind of like gas, but it's not. But that's going to be really cool. So you're going to have staking. You can have one VET, and you'll be basically staking and earning Thor off of just one coin. A lot of people are, well, let's put it this way. Check it out, okay? Check it out. I'll do another video on VeChain Thor. But this is VeChain Thor's new baby. Actually, it's Ocean X's, and it's going to be based upon the blockchain of VeChain Thor, which is totally awesome. And let's see what else here. This platform is a necessity not only for VeChain's adoption, but for widespread adoption of cryptocurrency in general. Yeah, so that's really cool. So also, these guys are going to have their own coin that's going to be similar to like how Binance has its own coin. They're going to have VET trading pairs out of the box. They are going to support all of the projects coming out on the VeChain Thor ecosystem, the new coins and stuff that are coming out. They will be launched on this exchange first, and they will be supported. It's a family. You get involved with VeChain, you have an exchange that will be part of your family. It's a huge deal. Also, these guys are really getting into hardcore artificial intelligence. That is very big. Artificial intelligence. They are supporting, here it is right here, cutting-edge artificial intelligence technologies and applying them to facilitate security and reliability. Now, those are some of the big things that people are talking about, right? For the enterprises to actually come into the market. They want security. They want reliability. You know, come on, this has to be enterprise-grade stuff for the big guys to come in, all right? It's going to be based in the U.S., from what I can tell. And so they're going to be in tight with the regulations. So I think these guys are going to be cool. Also, you have this AI, and they have like some stuff in there, you know, where they have like deep brain and stuff like that. So they can spot unauthorized or not really great trading ways. One example of this is wash trading. We can see the wash trading that's going on in the charts where it's just going up and down, little by little. Let's go here to the 3 minute. Come on, scale. Hit my auto here. See all this crap in here. All this little crap in here. That's a lot of that's like wash trading, where it's just going straight. There's very hardly any little volume at all. You know what it is. Anyway, let's get back to where I was. Where is there? Okay, so Ocean X AI. They have AI integration, machine learning algorithms, just a whole bunch of stuff. This is going to be a real quick video, but here's the link. Check it out. I'll do a more in-depth video on not only Ocean X but some other stuff. But another thing these guys are looking at is high-frequency trading bots. That is for the institutional investors That's, that's what they use. 95% of all the investments, done on New York Stock Exchange, whatever, are done with bots. And we're actually seeing that, with the high frequency bots on Bitcoin now. But this thing is going to be geared towards that, so they're catering that. Also, they're going to have it so where, let's say, where I wrote something using, I wrote a neural network, and then I plugged that into the Bitcoin charts to see what's going on, and trying to reverse engineer, the general flow. And that's an algorithm, okay? So you come up with an algorithm and a trading algorithm. And so let's say I do that. I have I don't know, remote viewers algorithm out there, okay? Whatever we call it. So I have this algorithm, and let's say you want to, or crypto trends, there you go. CT algorithm, okay? Crypto trends algorithm. All of a sudden, you can actually subscribe to that on OceanX, and I think it will like do the trades to you, or they have it, somehow you can subscribe to an algorithm where it can make the trades. It can be tracked publicly. Here it is. Why don't I just read this instead of just blabbering away? Okay, the user-developed algorithms will be optionally available in a strategy marketplace where the performance of the trading algorithms will be tracked publicly, and other users could subscribe to the algorithm through user-defined commission fees in the form of the OCE, the OceanX token. So that's that token I was talking about. Anyway, and then Crypto Bento, think of an index fund. There's just, check this out. Check this out. Also, they had their first round that was private, and it took a long time. It took upwards of an hour to sell out, and that really bothered me until I thought about it, because you have to actually purchase this with VeChain, and they said that, and like, man, if I wanted to actually pick this coin up, during its private sales here, I'm going to have to use Ven. And for me, that's a pretty tough thing to part with. So I can see why it took upwards of an hour to sell out. Yeah. Anyway, check them out. So that's about it. Let me go to the chat here real quick. See, I can answer some of your guys' questions. Okay. I've been rattling along here way too long. And then Frey says greetings. Hey Frey, how you doing? Good to see you on the chat. Hola, ¿cómo está? Let's see, Frey. Wow, your timing, VeChain mainnet is coming up, and I wondered earlier today if you would do a video. You're magic man. Cheers. Thanks, Frey. Really appreciate it. And am I still holding the key? Absolutely, the key. TKY. Let's see if I have it here. TKY is on, whoops, wrong one. TKY is on a fire sell, and yes, I am still holding it, and I am really bullish on it. The reason being is because the key is one of the very few things out there where it is not a nicety for somebody to have a convenience. It is a matter of national security for China. Plus, it fits in a lot of other ways into the future growth of what's going on with China. So right now, the key, the good old key on KuCoin, that's TKY, we scroll out here, and this thing has just taken a royal dump. I mean, that is like a Sasquatch dump right there. And it is the lowest you can go. That is below ICO. 167 sats. So, they're saying it is a penny because it's actually below a penny in cost, but check out the key. By far, it is at below ICO prices, and it is a fantastic project. The reason we haven't heard anything about the key is because they are busy. And what was that, about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? You might have recalled that there was some type of announcement from the Chinese government saying, hey, you know, all the crypto companies out there, get your butt in gear, because we want to really ramp this thing up. And so the people there have really been keeping their nose to the grind and working hard. They are not interested hardly at all on advertising. They are working on getting this product out, because what it is biometric identification. That means part of your body, your physical body, to actually identify you, to get kind of a clue and importance of how this thing is going to work. Check out the movie Gattaca, which is really cool if you haven't seen it. It really has I think Gattaca. I think that's what it is. Gattaca from 1977. Excuse me, 1997. That is all. Yeah, great show. There it is. Uma Thurman, Ethan Hawke. Really great show. Okay, watch that. But anyway, they use biometric data sensing as well as DNA. So they're like, bunch of them are taking blood drops and checking the DNA, and they pull up who you actually are. I mean, there's no way of getting around the identity. It is 100% secure, and it's cross-referenced with government databases. That is what the key is. It ties into their government databases, and so the ID is irrefutable. Also, there are some rumors going on that the government of Australia is taking a look at the key, and also there might be some things going on in the US with the key as well. We'll see. Those are just rumors. Take them as such. I can see it going first in Australia before the US, but we'll just see. But yes, I am very, very bullish on the key. It is one of my largest holdings, only surpassed by VeChain. And excuse me, but yeah, it to me, you know, keep in mind I have a 2 to 3 year long-term aspect or view on this project. That's when I think they'll start getting it done, and within that time I think that we'll actually start seeing a whole bunch of news come up with the key. I am very excited about the key, always have been. I am not concerned about the price at all, because of the importance and the sheer magnitude and necessity that the key has. All right, and that is, you know, that same impetus and feeling I have for VeChain and Venezuela. VeChain is the cryptocurrency for enterprise, for businesses. It is a platform, and that's how I see it. It is just it. There's no competition to VeChain. Okay, no competition. The key might tie into VeChain one day through their VVID system. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But so they could work together. But two coins out there. Definitely check out if you haven't. The Key, TKY, and VeChain. VeChain, you know, 30th, they're coming up with their mainnet, and around the 15th, I believe, is when we're actually going to get your coins swapped out from VEN to VETs. So the easiest way that I know of is to actually have your coins on Binance. To get them swapped out. Binance is going to handle that is going to handle that for you. Also, is T-Food. You know, I've heard of T-Food, and it does a lot of stuff. I got to check that out. You also have Ambrosis. Don't forget about Ambrosis, okay? But I'll probably do, yeah, like I said here, I'll probably do a more in-depth video on T-Food. Let me put it this way. I'm somewhat of an expert in the logistics chain as far as food goes. I used to be a database programmer that supported the fresh produce industry, okay? And so, you know, we handled like about 1 million crates a week, okay? And that's in the U.S. for fresh produce, lettuce, apples, you know, that type of thing. And that was about 60% of the market. And that's 1 million crates that go onto a truck or a train in a week, just so you guys have an idea of the volume. So there's a lot of volume out there. There's a lot of crates, and that's just in the U.S. China will be more, of course, but just in the U.S., that's a lot of volume. And so VeChain alone, yeah, can it, you know, the point is, one company, there's room for others to play nicely with, and hopefully they will. So yeah, I'll check out T-Food. I'll put that on my things to check out, because I just don't want to say, hey, it's great, or yeah, it sucks, or whatever. You know, I wanna check it out first. And Kyoto Wave says, hi, y'all. Okay, great. Got to run, but tune in later. Okay, Kyoto Wave, you have a good one. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And yeah, hopefully I'm done with all my kitchen stuff. Once again, if you guys have any tips on how to get paint off of cabinets, you know, put it in the comments, because I'm trying like a heat gun and a scraper and chemical garbage, you know, so I'll take any advice there on the speeding it up. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, you know the drill, and please leave your comments and notes below. And I'll try to get to them. So have a great one, everyone, and best of luck to y'all, and I will see you later. Bye.